And what we are doing is looking for, what we're doing on those is we're looking for, we're doing compound inequalities today. So it's the very last page there in your packet. Okay, so on this one, it says a water analyst recommends that the pH level of a swimming pool water be between 7.2 and 7.6 inclusive. Write a compound inequality to show the pH levels that are within the recommended range. Graph the solutions. Let P be the pH level of the swimming pool water. Okay, so a couple things I need to explain to you. First of all, is the word included. The word inclusive right here means included. So basically, if it's between 7.2 and 7.6 inclusive, what that means is that the pH can be exactly 7.2 and that it can be exactly 7.6. So it can be both of those, like those are both solutions. But it can't be any less than 7.2 and it can't be any more than 7.6. And right here, the word compound inequality, that means, like if you see compound, it means like multiple. So we're going to write an inequality that has multiple symbols. The variable that we're going to use is P. It tells us that. So I'm going to say P is between. Okay, it tells us the word between. So when you see between, what you're going to do is take your variable and you're going to write less than symbols on either side of it. So these less than symbols are our indicators for the word between. So P is between 7.2 and 7.6. And I can say, at least for Algebra 1, that it will always be less than symbols if you're writing a between statement. Now also, right here, because of the word inclusive, I know that 7.2 is included. So I put an equal to symbol here. So that tells me that 7.2 and 7.6 are included. And then for my graph, I would do 7.2 to 7.6, close circles, and shade in between. And then for example 2, it says the free chlorine level in a pool should be between 1.0 and 3.0 parts per million. Write a compound inequality to show that the levels are within this range and graph the solutions. It doesn't tell us what variable to use, so I'm just going to put C for chlorine level. Once again, I see the word between. So between is a pretty good indicator that you're going to need to use a compound inequality, so the two symbols. And remember, those two symbols for my class are always going to be less than symbols. Okay, and the chlorine is supposed to be between 1.0 and 3.0 parts per million. However, on this one, it's a little bit different because it does not say inclusive. That means that 1 is not a solution and 3 is not a solution. The chlorine level has to be greater than 1 but less than 3. So 1 and 3 are not themselves solutions. And on this one, I would do 1.0, 3.0 with an open circle on each of those, and then shade like that through the middle. So that's basically what a compound inequality looks like. The homework is going to be on page 206, number 2, and then 28 through 34 even, and then 60, 62, and 64. If you have any questions, I will be available tomorrow during advisory, so you can come see me then. And you have the rest of the class period to work on your homework. See you guys tomorrow.